In war-torn Germany, there was a blonde German housewife named Erna Petri. One day after going shopping, she found 6 small, nearly naked boys scared by the side of a country road. Married to a high-ranking SS officer, the 23-year-old recognized them as Jews who had escaped from a train bound for an extermination camp. Despite being a mother herself, Erna felt sorry for the starving boys. She brought them home, calmed their fears, and gave them food. But things took a dark turn when she led the children into the woods, lined them up by a pit, and methodically shot each one with a pistol. If an ordinary woman, a mother like Erna, could do this without any remorse, can you imagine the acts committed by other female guards during that time? One of them was so barbarous that even the Nazi government had to arrest her. So what really happened to these evil female Nazi guards after World War II? Let's find out. Starting with Dorothea Benz, who was born in 1920 in the small town of Forsteri-Dusterlake in northeast Germany, she started her career in the food industry, but soon became an infamous figure at Ravensbrück, an all-female concentration camp located north of Berlin. As she climbed the ranks at Ravensbrück, Benz earned a chilling reputation. Armed with a whip or just her bare hands, she ruthlessly attacked prisoners. These assaults were not just brutal, tragically, some ended in death. On one occasion, she even forced a woman onto the ground and hacked her to death. But the horror doesn't stop there. Benz had a disturbing side, engaging in inappropriate relationships with fellow male guards and subjecting female prisoners to unspeakable sexual acts. As if that wasn't enough, she and her fellow guards indulged in intimate moments while innocent people suffered torture in front of them. Due to her notorious reputation, Benz was given the responsibility of training new guards. Her methods involved psychological manipulation, turning these recruits into heartless individuals like her. When Ravensbrück was liberated by the Russians in April 1945, it marked the end for those guards who couldn't escape. Benz faced trial, received a death sentence, and met her fate at the hands of the executioner in May 1947. If you thought Benz was evil, the story of Joanna Bormann will give you shudders. Born in 1893 in Prussia, Joanna decided to join the Nazis in 1938 to earn more money. Her journey took a dark turn when she became a guard at a concentration camp like Ravensbrück and Auschwitz. Like her fellow guards, she took pleasure in whipping and beating prisoners. But Joanna's cruelty didn't stop there. She had a German shepherd that she ordered to attack prisoners, often resulting in gruesome injuries. Survivors of these attacks were left with open wounds, vulnerable to infections. Adding to the horror, Joanna made prisoners exercise for hours, pushing them to extreme fatigue. To make their suffering even worse, she took sadistic pleasure in knocking out the teeth of those who tried to steal food. Finally captured by the British in April 1945, Joanna faced trial and met her end later that year. The night before her execution, she spent hours singing Nazi songs, leaving behind a chilling legacy of unimaginable cruelty. If Benz and Bormann sent shivers down your spine, brace yourself for the bone-chilling tale of Ilse Koch. Born in 1906 in Dresden, Germany, she was no ordinary woman. Married to Colonel Karl Otto Koch, the commanding officer of Buchenwald concentration camp, Isla's life took a dark turn. Coming from a relatively poor family, Isla, a secretary by profession, joined the Nazis at 26. Her choice of a life partner, Karl, matched her sadistic tendencies. Together, they not only ran the Buchenwald concentration camp, but became the very beast behind its hellish reality. Isla's sadism knew no bounds. Riding through the camp was her twisted hobby, spreading terror wherever she went. She would mercilessly whip prisoners, always on the hunt for her next victim. For Isla, the torture and killing of prisoners was not just part of the job, they were entertainment. The sight of prisoners being sent to the gas chamber made her laugh, and stripping their clothes off for nighttime experiments with a camp doctor brought her sick satisfaction. Her sadistic pleasure extended to the torture and killing of children, a dark aspect of her cruelty. Isla's fascination with human skin and organs reached a disturbing height. Visiting the camp doctor during his experiments fueled her love for organs. She collected human organs like lungs, kidneys, and livers, displaying them as decorations in her house. Worrying about potential exposure, Isla took dark steps to hide her sins. She ordered the killing of 2 medical personnel who treated her husband for syphilis, as they were potential witnesses. Isla maintained a tight relationship with doctors and guards, using them to manipulate or destroy records. Anyone suspicious disappeared, ensuring no witnesses during her trial by the SS. Married to Karl Koch, a sadistic commandant of the Sachsenhausen concentration camp, Ilse found a perfect match in cruelty. Karl's brutal methods, including forcing prisoners to live in dog cages, caught the attention of the Nazis, earning him a promotion to commandant to the Buchenwald concentration camp. Isla's obsession with collecting human skin, especially tattooed skin, played a pivotal role in her crimes. She crafted horrifying items like book covers, lampshades, and gloves from tattooed prisoners' skins. Prisoners with tattoos were summoned to the dispensary, examined by Isla, and the one with the best art was killed, their tattooed skin carefully removed. Sentenced to life for her crimes against humanity, Isla Koch's sentence was later reduced to 4 years due to a lack of evidence. Her husband Karl faced the death penalty. On September 1st, 1967, at the age of 60, Isla ended her own life by hanging. Moving on, we have the horrifying story of Irma Gries. Born in 1923 near Berlin, Gries's early life was marked by strict Christian upbringing and school bullying. However, when the Nazis seized control in 1933, she found a twisted sense of purpose. Seduced by the ideals of racial superiority, Gries joined the League of German Girls before training as a concentration camp guard at Ravensbrück and later moving to Auschwitz. Here she earned a notorious reputation for her sadistic love of violence. In addition to selecting victims for the gas chambers, Gries reveled in physically attacking prisoners with her whip, specifically targeting breasts. Shockingly, she denied her victims anesthetic when they underwent surgery. Adding to the horror, she employed her faithful dogs to punish prisoners, and these ferocious beasts were notorious for tearing people apart. Gries's actions gained admiration from other Nazi officials, and her striking appearance, blue eyes and blonde hair, drew attention from male guards. She engaged in sexual relationships with prominent Nazis, including the infamous Joseph Mengele, known for conducting horrific experiments. Transferred to Bergen-Belsen, a concentration camp in northern Germany, Gries was captured by the British in April 1945. After facing trial, she met her end through execution in December 1945. Another cruel figure in the Nazi history is Maria Mandel, who was born in 1912 in Upper Austria. Joining the Nazi Party in 1938, she later became a guard in multiple concentration camps, leaving an unforgettable mark on the Holocaust. Mandel actively participated in selecting prisoners for the gas chambers, sending an estimated 500,000 people to their deaths. Her sadistic tendencies included breaking noses, shattering jaws, and unleashing her dogs on prisoners. To compound the cruelty, Mandel played perverse games with her victims. In one heart-wrenching instance, she gained a little boy's trust by showering him with affection, only to betray him a week later, sending him to the gas chambers. Mandel avoided being captured until May 1945, but was eventually caught by the Americans and handed over to Polish authorities. Following her trial, she was sentenced to death and executed in January 1948. So which of these stories do you think is the most chilling? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating World War II history. Thank you for watching.